Good afternoon, ladies and motherfucking gentlemen. Welcome to Talking TV with Nick and Josh. I'm Josh.
I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about episode 11, The Hunt.
Original air date, August 18th, 2002.
This is very true. I have that written down myself. So yeah, we pretty much pick exactly up where we left off in episode 10, The Cost.
Yes.
You're right there at the scene as we're sitting in a blizzard right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like we're in a wind tunnel.
More like a hurricane.
A wind tunnel, yeah.
Yeah, you won't be able to pick it up, though.
Whoa. There was something on top of that.
Yeah, no.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was a little worried about
It's all
that.
shit.
It's a little sticky,
when you
too.
did that.
A little sticky, too.
Yeah, it's all good.
There's my monster, and I'm ready to go.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, I thought of this when this is a really good episode.
It is.
And
Just
it's
plays on a lot of people's different emotions.
It's the one episode that I like Rawls in.
Yeah. I wrote that down a lot.
He's fucking badass in this episode. It kind of tells you, okay, well, this is why this guy's in charge.
Yeah.
Because when the shit hits the fan,
He can keep it together.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. He's a dick and he does some fucking backstabbing shit, but there's a reason
He knows it. He knows what he has to do.
You might even say he's on it.
He is on it.
I'm just kidding.
Shimmy and a shake. Bake.
All right, so first scene, right at the murder scene, right?
Yes.
Rawls, Landsman, Bunk, everyone.
a lot of people
Everybody's
there, yeah.
there, really.
Pretty much.
And then first thing Rawls asks is, who's the primaries?
Right. Norris and Cole.
Norris and Cole. And then he goes, what do you need? And the Landsman's like, I need them fucking people to leave me the fuck alone,
Right.
basically.
And everybody who's not working the scene gets fucked off the scene.
And then Rawls basically goes, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Which was cool. He just took charge right away. All those people.
Well, he had to reiterate it 3 times, but
they listened.
They listened after the 3rd time.
Especially when he yelled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big man. He did. I mean, he's not like fat or anything, but
no,
he's a pretty good-sized man.
He is a presence.
Standing next to Landsman, like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was like, damn, I didn't realize he was that fucking big.
Yeah. In fact, he says, remove your useless interfering asses from the area.
There you go.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then Bunk pulls her gun from out of the seat.
Yeah.
I was very short with my notes on this episode. It felt like this was an episode with a shit ton of speeches.
Yeah, there was a lot of, what do they say?
I don't know. Speeches?
When they words.
Monologues?
Yeah, there was a lot of monologue on this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. What was that?
A burp.
Before this podcast, Hess drank a Plika shake, which involved habaneros, clams,
Shit shake is what it was.
and tofu. It was
Fucking disgusting.
It looked delicious. I don't know, but so he's hurting a little bit, but he got a pop figure out of it, so it's all good.
Yeah, this is true.
If you want to see that video of him drinking the shake and puking, go to YouTube / 4 Foot Mafia.
Yeah, just type in 4 Foot Mafia, the number 4 FT Mafia. You'll find it.
Yeah, it'll be up.
I'm surprised Jerome doesn't want to throw it on Plika either. Just because,
like a double.
Well, because it was like, you know what I mean? Like it was from a Plika video.
Yeah, that's the whole thing though. Flip it.
I got you.
A little bit.
I got you. I like how Rawls told Landsman to slow it down. Like he told him, slow it down.
Yeah.
And
don't get anything wrong.
Like
do it
just
outright.
do your shit.
Yeah.
He was pissed, Rawls, but he also was showing
Like they don't fuck around when a cop gets killed.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously that's
well, not that she got killed, but
right. That's about as bad as it gets, probably.
Well, and
for police.
On the one hand, I totally agree. Like, all right, fucking just take your time, get shit right.
Right.
On the other hand, shouldn't they do everything like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's one of their own. They're all into it. All that shit. But I mean, okay, you know, but it's just human nature too.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And he like showed compassion in, you know what I mean, like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was like a different person.
Especially when he I mean, I think it's later when he runs into McNulty.
Yeah. I did write down Orlando's still dead.
He is.
He is credited in the.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was dying, literally.
Huh.
And then he also notices the escape route.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that, hey, look over here, and then he like points down that
And
alley.
Did
or
you
whatever.
see what was written on the wall or tagged on the wall?
No.
It was R.I.P.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I thought that was kind of funny, and then he also realized the street signs were turned.
Yeah.
And he fixed it.
Fixed it, yeah. And I had no doubts.
It's got to be a shitty part of town if they're just clasped onto poles like that. Like, not fucking, like, welded onto the fucking pole. It's just like a clamp.
Did you ever hear the story when the street sign in Glendale fell on Jerome's head?
No.
Yeah, bonk, right on his head. Fucking had to take him to the hospital, get stitches.
Like a big one, or?
I went outside from my mom's house. 64th Avenue in Matilda.
Really?
Yeah. Fell on his head.
The one right there in the corner.
I was fucking working in Angela's store at Dynamite. I drive all the way fucking to the emergency room. And then I took him all the way fucking back because she couldn't leave.
Right.
It was like one of her late nights, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
So, street signs aren't all they're cracked up to be. I never doubted that the hoppers turned the street
Well, yeah,
signs.
Orlando told us that they did it.
But I don't believe that he had any knowledge of hoppers. Like, he's so, like, out of... Like, I think he's like, yeah, you know...
He was just trying to talk the game?
Yeah, totally.
Because he was, like, he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, and that even came through.
Or he wouldn't have bought shit from a fucking undercover cop.
Well, I mean, or this whole setup. I mean, the whole thing was...
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. And then, I mean, that's, I don't know. Is there...
Well, and then I broke down Herc shows up. Right, I guess Herc showed up, and then he moves the sign back.
Right.
So then the quote of the show is "dope on the damn table" from Daniels.
Which is funny, because he wasn't even the first one to say that.
Well, he's the only one that said "damn table."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
So then it goes to the hospital, and Norris is interviewing Daniels.
Yes.
It was kind of a weird situation. Like, he's interviewing him, and he's like, I told them already, which is what, you know, you say to cops when you say the same story 300 times.
Right.
But yet, he's the cop saying the story, so now but he's not...
Well, I'm sure he's fucking told the story.
Well, that's what I mean, but like, and that's
he's
how
probably
people,
like, fuck, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Well, and that's how people get, you know...
Well, yeah, you get defensive, you get fucking mean, aggressive, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but he's on the other side now because he doesn't want to. But he's the cop, so he should know that he has to do his job too.
Right.
I mean, but you know, whatever.
And he was asking if they had no eyeball on them.
Right, and he says that he tells him Savino's the link.
Right.
And then Burrell comes up and asks how bad. Burrell wasn't too bad in this episode too. He was a little like the parts, but he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't as good as Rawls.
No,
not as good, but he was. He had a little compassion.
Well, I think most of them do.
Well, not the commissioner.
Was that Fraser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to look him up in the IMDb.
Yeah. Well, fuck yeah. I think I read this is his last episode. Like.
Oh, okay.
He's not in it again.
He's a ugly-looking old man.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. No idea. The aliens.
He mixed up Daniels and Norris.
Yeah, and I feel like they kind of worked that in as kind of like just to show how racism is still alive, like, or whatever, you know. Like,
right. You know, I get what you're saying.
Because
clearly he thought the lieutenant was the white guy.
Right.
Yeah. And Daniels doesn't say anything and just looks at him like, you fucking idiot.
Well, he was probably pissed and wanted to punch him in his fucking fat old face, but not he was fat, but he probably wanted to punch him in his old face. But, you know, I feel like Daniels is one, like, if he's one of those type of people that even if someone calls him a derogatory name or a racist name, he's not going to react.
Oh, really?
That's just what I feel.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, especially, maybe if it wasn't, like, on the job or something, but I just feel like he's one of those people that just, like, no matter what, he's just going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to stoop down to your level and
I could
react to...
I could see that maybe.
You know?
It's
just the way I feel. I mean...
I see the stooping part, but I think if you push him enough, he'll get
Well, I mean, yeah, if you push anybody far enough, everybody has a cracking point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's true. So now...
Suicide Turtles.
It kind of goes to the alley that Rawls had pointed out. I don't know if it's really an alley, but it was like an alleyway.
Yeah. Their escape route.
I just put it was Landsman and Bunk, and then two other dudes. Like
I think Santangelo was there, and then there was some other light skinned guy.
But they didn't come.
They weren't there then?
No, it was some dude named Terry, and I didn't even catch that.
I looked, but half the people in this didn't have fucking pictures.
Yeah, because they're not in it.
So I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know who's who?
I don't. Well, I mean, that's not what IMDb is for. I mean, it's not.
No, they're not catering to talking TV with Nick and Josh.
No.
Well, fuck them. I gotta fucking email them.
But so they're looking for anything, and they find shoe prints.
Yeah, and they order casts to be made.
Yeah, so then it kind of shifts. It's like the same scene, but it kind of shifts over to the actual scene.
This first few is just like it's kind of like one big scene, but it's just like
going back and forth.
The camera's just like rocking back and forth.
Yeah. The DEA agent asks about if they need to get on Savino quick to Rawls, and he's like, if we get on him quick, we can get the money back. And Rawls basically
because that's what they're worried about, $30,000.
Yeah, and Rawls says, "Fuck your money," which was awesome.
Was.
I mean, I think that should have been the quote.
That would have been a good quote. Fuck your money.
And then he sees McNulty over just sitting there in the corner.
I mean, he had the look of death on his face,
and he looked like death with all that blood.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Like he. And
the first thing he asked him, "Are you hurt?"
Jesus.
Just poke yourself in the eye.
Yeah. Thank God the pen was closed. Huh?
Just like watching you fucking jam a pen in your eye.
Wow.
So.
And I feel like McNulty looked different in this episode.
McNulty's a fucking good actor.
I know, but I'm saying I feel like he looked skinnier. I don't know. I doubt that was the case, but maybe it was just the clothes he was wearing. I don't know.
No, I think it was just.
I was just like, fuck. He looks like a completely different person.
He's just a really good actor
because he didn't have the. I guess it was just that blank. Stare on his face. So it was just
I think it was. He was just sad and sullen and ready to.
I mean, he really hit it. And he really acted.
Yeah, what I'm totally spacing.
Extremely well.
I'm spacing his name.
Who?
Dominic West.
Oh yeah.
He's just a fucking good actor.
Yeah.
You know. So he's got Kima's blood all over him, and he basically asks Rawls if she's dead. And he doesn't answer her because he doesn't know yet.
Right.
Then it kind of goes back to train tracks.
Train tracks. They're looking for more prints. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I put the detectives are canvassing the area.
Yeah. I mean, because they don't even think they say a word. It's just they show them, and they've got flashlights.
Yeah, they're just looking around.
Two go one way, two go the other.
Yeah.
So.
So then, and then it goes back. The clams coming up.
Yeah.
Rawls leaves with McNulty, and before he leaves, I think he says. I think I wrote these out of order actually, but
that's okay.
The DEA boss comes over to him and says, "Hey, whatever you need,
right? We got you.
We got you. Money, men, whatever."
Yeah.
And then, didn't he said something to Cole before he... Oh, he asked Cole, just basically everything. Who's doing this, who's doing this, who's doing this. I just didn't write... There was so much in this episode, I didn't write a lot down.
Oh, there was a fucking ton. I just
figured
taken 2.5 hours to write all my goddamn notes.
I just figured we'll just talk about shit.
No, yeah.
Which is probably a good thing. Then Lester pulls up and sees the body bag. And he thought it was Kima. But then someone says that was...
Right.
Orlando or whatever. So then he says, let's get to work to Carver. And Carver's like, fuck you.
Which is a okay reaction. I mean, given the circumstances.
I could see you doing that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I saw that. He's like, let's get to work. Fuck you. And then after he explained it to him,
right.
then he's like, oh yeah, come on, let's go. Like, you know.
Well, he didn't even tell them what to do. They came up with where they were going to go.
Yeah.
Like, without anyone giving them a direction what to do.
First, he had to go, we have a wire on them. If they talk, don't you want to hear that? And it was actually Herc that did that. Herc was like, you know, whatever.
But I thought it was cool. I mean, the way they, you know.
Well, it made sense.
It just kind of clicked in their head, like,
oh yeah,
fuck, like, we need to get on the rooftops.
And we can help her by doing this, too. Like, they're part of it. They're helping the investigation. Instead of just standing around like they were doing before and not helping anything and getting in the way.
Well, and remember, Carver, like, was, like, flipping the fuck out, like...
Yeah, well, and that's where the fuck you, like, that, I mean, that made sense.
Yeah.
That was his reaction.
And then he asked him if anyone's gotten in contact with Kima's people.
Yeah, and then Carver volunteers for that shit. I would not volunteer for that. There's no fucking way.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine
I know.
having to fucking do that shit.
No, that would blow. So then it kind of shows them canvassing, and I put they found something, because then as soon as he, like, looks down, it flashes to a payphone where Weebay and Little Man are using the payphone. And then doesn't Little Man say...
They go back to the tracks real quick.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you, sorry.
I said they found... I put they found something, because it didn't really show it. So then... You alright, man?
Yeah.
Maybe you should try that half and half and get a little of that clam taste out of your mouth.
Ugh.
You got a sweet-ass pop figure, though.
I did.
Target exclusive.
I'm psyched. Truly am.
You have 3 now, right?
I do. 3 pop figures.
That's awesome.
Anybody wants to donate, I'll gladly accept them. I'm not drinking a fucking Pleeka shake or shit shake, whatever you want to call it.
I think we should just make that a thing. Like, sell it at, like, Jack in the Box.
Yeah, fucking right.
The clam shake. Sorry. So doesn't Little Man says, I wonder who that bitch was. So they page Stringer. Weebay just says it's done, and then they leave.
Yeah, done. And then Little Man throws his soda can on the ground.
Which I didn't catch. I see it later, but I didn't catch it.
It's funny because Peyton cannot stand if someone litters, like, he will fucking yell at you.
Oh, really?
And he will go pick it up.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
So, like, the first thing that went through my head was I thought of my son. He would have fucking yelled at him and fucking told him to go pick it up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And told him that littering is bad.
You should make him watch an episode of Mad Men.
Yeah?
There's an episode where they go out and have a picnic. And, you know, because it's like the 60s, right?
Right.
So
no idea, but yeah.
So they go out and have a picnic. They lay down the blanket, and it's 2 kids and the, you know, it's John Hamm and his wife. And they have a picnic, and so they're all done. Whoom! Just throw everything and leave. Like, they put the blanket and...
Yeah, he would flip.
So that apparently...
Like, he gets mad. Like,
yeah, apparently that wasn't a thing back then.
No, I don't think so.
So... all right, so then what they found was footprints, and they followed them more.
And they found clothing.
Yeah, they follow it to... Oh, yeah, they find clothing. He tells them not to touch it, to get a lab out there. They follow the prints all the way to the road, and then...
There's, like, the prints just stop.
Yeah. And so Bunk calls and asks for, a unit and, like, a jackhammer.
Yeah, which...
They're going to take a piece of the road.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you fucking... ain't fucking around. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got a potential dead cop on your hands.
Yeah, so then we go to the hospital. You
know how bad that looks?
Well, yeah.
To the general public, if that gets out and how that went down? I mean, obviously they're going to spin it because they're the...
Yeah,
they can,
I mean, they got duped.
Well, yeah, they did, but if that got out to the general public, you think any people have faith in their fucking police force?
Well, considering that they don't have faith in it yet, no. Yeah.
So...
and so McNulty and Daniels, like, arrive at the hospital, and they tell him...
Burrell's there.
Yeah, they tell him Kima's alive and in the OR.
And they got the tape of the... I thought it was funny, it was like a cassette tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I did hear...
There were CDs in 2002.
Do you play... do you do the subtitles when you watch it?
No, I don't.
So when they play in the thing, on the subtitles, I heard snitching motherfucker, like that came up on the subtitles. I was like, oh, he's right, because I remember I said I didn't hear it.
Right.
So yeah, as I wrote that down in quotes, and then McNulty just throws up when he hears it. It was kind of like you with the shake, just
yeah.
I
mean, it obviously it's a show, but like I couldn't imagine having to listen to that. Like if
it was
someone
real.
I knew or worked with and had worked with for a while and like were considered a friend.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, like you're just listening to someone die.
Well, especially when you feel guilty about it.
Right.
I mean,
because
so then Rawls takes McNulty over and basically has a heart-to-heart. And this is one of those speeches where he said, McNulty, you're a gaping asshole. And then I didn't write the rest of it down, but he says, this is not on you.
Right.
Shit went bad, she took 2 for the company. But it's an awesome
speech. And that's it. And he's like, and that's it.
Yeah, and he's like, I hate you.
He goes, if this was your fault, I'd be the first person to tell you.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
He's just totally being honest with him.
Which is funny how they... I mean, because with his character, they could have went this route, and he probably would have been a lot of people's favorite character.
Oh, you mean if, like...
But they don't. They just go, he's the dick. He goes back to just being a dick, like...
Yeah.
They could have went this route and stuck
like,
with this.
Just continuing?
This could have fucking changed him, and he could have, I mean, you know,
well, see, he's
down the road, he could have been the nice guy.
Well, yeah. Problem is he still wants Burrell's position.
Yeah.
And he's still kissing Burrell's ass. So I guess, then next they show him raid Savino's house, right?
Yes, they bust into, and he's not there.
He's my... We're looking for Savino, and he's like, he's
my baby!
Your baby shot a cop.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because he didn't shoot the cop.
He didn't shoot a cop.
And that motherfucker knows that. Well, maybe he doesn't know that.
I don't think they did.
Maybe.
They were cops that were detectives.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, they could have, but...
So then it's the basement. Yeah. Basement, you got Lester and Perez. Listen, I always say, I catch myself saying Perez. It's not Perez. It's Perez. But I say, and I know it's Perez. I write down P-R-Y-Z.
I put P-R-E-Z.
I do that sometimes too. But it's not Perez.
At this point, I hyphenate all their names.
Yeah.
Carver, C-A-R. McNulty's MC.
They're trying to figure out who Seven is. I thought they knew who Seven was, but I guess it's just Omar and fucking Prop Joe.
And that kind of took me off too. And because when I was like 7, I'm like, that's fucking Weebay.
Yeah, but we just know that because...
Right. And then I was like, well, they don't know that. Only reason we know is because Prop Joe gave it to Avon.
Right. And so they know 7-page Stringer.
Right.
But that's all they know. So then Weebay shows up. I wrote down a quick copy. I'm sure.
I really like Weebay.
I like Weebay a lot too.
Like, he might be in my top 10. He might be in my top 10.
Yeah, he's good.
I just think he's a cool dude. Like, yeah, he's he's a cleanup guy, the muscle, whatever. But like, he's just like he just looking at him like and seeing like how he acts and like he just looks like he'd be a cool dude to just chill with.
Unless you pissed him off.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I like Weebay too. I don't know if he'd be in my top 10. Hard.
I know. I'm waiting because I want to make sure we don't meet anyone else. I don't think we do.
I
don't
think anyone of them.
Right. That's why I was like.
Although then again, we're in episode.
I'm going to do it after.
This is episode 11.
I know.
If we meet someone, I don't know if they're going to make top 10.
You never know.
I don't know, motherfucker. No, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it next after 12.
We're going to do top 10. I did 10. I mocked 10, kind of like I'm Daniel Jeremiah or something. A mock draft.
Right, yeah. I got you.
So I did.
And with the first pick of the NFL draft.
So,
the Los Angeles Rams draft Jeremy Tunsil, tackle out of Ole Miss.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Could you imagine?
I would fucking lose my shit.
Could you? Oh, my God.
It's funny. I text you. I'm like, hey, Rams traded for the first pick. And then my phone went ballistic.
Well, it's funny because you texted me that, and I hadn't gotten an alert, so I went to Twitter immediately, and I refreshed it. I didn't see anything, and then my phone, like, fucking ESPN, NFL Mobile, fucking, I'm like...
It was the radio. The radio.
Jesus.
I was listening, I turned on Dan Patrick, and I was like, I turned it on, and Ross Tucker was hosting, and I was like, God damn it, because I like Dan Patrick.
Yeah.
Ross Tucker's not a bad guest host. So I turn it on, and talk about Golden State and Kobe. They're like, the NFL did it again. Breaking news out of the NFL Network. They're reporting Rams.
And at that point, it probably didn't even cross your mind when they said breaking news.
No, I had my fingers crossed. I'm like,
you did?
yeah, they're like, someone traded for the number 1 pick, and I'm like, oh, let it be the Rams, let it be the Rams. And then I get to the Rams, I was like, holy shit. And then like, they gave up. And then they say everything they gave up. I'm like, holy fuck. So then like, everything,
they're getting highly criticized for it.
Everything I hear is how much they gave up, and you text me back, yeah, they didn't give up much. I'm like, what? Are you crazy?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, okay, the way I look at it, okay, they traded the first round picks. Mm-hmm. This year, that's null and void.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and then they gave up a first round next year.
Yeah.
A third round next year. Mm-hmm. But they're getting a third round this year. So the third...
No, they're getting a fourth and a sixth.
Well, that nulls a third.
I guess.
So basically, all you gave up was a first and 2 second rounders. I mean, it's really... I mean, yes, that's a lot, but I don't think it's like... You didn't give up fucking 3-year first-round picks down the road.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not... I mean, and who's to say you can't get another first-round pick next year anyways? Like, people trade... I mean, not that everyone just gives away first-round picks, but you could sneak into the top... Or to the first round late.
One of those second-round picks they traded was the pick they got for Bradford.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny. So Bradford helped them get the number 1 pick. I just hope they get wins. I'm going to take... Whoever they pick... He'll be
everything I've been reading and hearing, other than John Clayton, which I like a lot. I like John Clayton a lot, and I trust his word. He said they're going to go wins, but almost everything else is Goff.
You know what's funny? I've seen it 50-50.
I mean, because
I haven't read a lot of it, but like they had Les Snead on the radio today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you think that they would? I mean,
they know, but they're not going to say.
But why not? What does it hurt? You think the NFL is telling them, oh, don't say anything, it'll just add more drama? Because it will. If we don't know who the number 1 pick is going into the draft on April 28th.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just building it up more.
Which I won't be watching because I work.
Aww.
Well, I didn't
close?
Yeah, I didn't even care. I'm like, oh, I'll get alerts on my phone. And I didn't know they were going to fucking trade for the number 1 pick. You know what I mean?
I was going to say we should podcast it live.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
You have to get that night off now.
Yeah, I can't. There's people on vacation, and I have
Fuck the people on vacation. You had to go into work the other day.
Yes, I did.
So
I'm just now recovering.
Get that motherfucker to work for you.
All right, so let's go to the quick stop or quick copy.
Quick copy.
I don't know why I called it a quick copy, but I thought that was kind of funny. So Weebay comes in.
He just like barges in and like wants to start talking. And Stringer's like, hey, motherfucker, like, chill the fuck out. Like, we're in a motherfucking store here.
Well, and...
I just thought that was funny because eBay just walks in and he starts...
No, he does. And
running his mouth and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, turns on the copier. Yeah. And it's funny because in the...
And there it is again, like, just way too careful. Like,
No, he's not, though. He's... Okay, so no one was listening to the conversation.
Clearly.
But... They have too much to give up. You got to be careful.
No, I know.
I mean, you know what
I get it, but it's just like, you know, it's like I said. I just don't feel like, but he's not like a gangster, so to say. He's like,
well, he was, yeah, but
now he's like running the shit. Like,
yeah, and I
you know,
I don't think you're giving them enough credit. Just the screen.
I'm not.
They're
I feel like the Baltimore Police Department's gonna be barging in here any second.
That might just be the wind.
We're looking for Savino.
I mean, all they're doing is being careful. It's not like they're like... And I was thinking about it.
What is turning a copier on going to do? Copy machines aren't that loud.
Well, it's funny because I told you I almost said the hieroglyphics. What are they fucking called?
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics
on your TV?
I was like reading that
Subtitles.
Shit. Subtitles would be a better name for them. Yeah. So he turns it on and it says humming. Well, if there's a bug,
I don't use them because I just feel like I would get totally distracted.
You should use them. Oh, no, you shouldn't. You're right. Fucking ADD boy should not use subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but like if you're being bugged, I mean, you just need to talk over the noise. You know, like.
But it's funny that we could hear them.
Well,
I know, but I'm just saying.
God,
you think if the audience would hear them?
I don't think there's really an audience.
I know. And then what I thought was funny was that he said, "I would have let that girl go."
Before he knew she was a cop.
Right. No, that's what I mean. Like
he didn't look like she was going to talk.
Yeah, she didn't look like she was going to talk. I would have let her go.
Which is completely wrong, but he would have done the right thing.
Right.
So that little man shot her, which we already knew. Did we know? Did we know that? So then Stringer automatically is like, well, why the fuck didn't Savino tip you off? And he's like, oh man, ain't no time for that. Which there wasn't. He left, they came.
Yeah. I don't even think they met up, did they?
No, they didn't. No,
like
they
he just walked away. They came from down the alley.
Yeah. So I mean, it was part of the setup. So he just got the hell out of there.
And then he asked where the guns are.
Yeah.
Stringer's like, where are the guns?
First, he told her that she's a cop. Shorty was a cop. And
Weebay's like, no way.
He did not
He's
believe
like, no way.
Yeah, she looked like one of Orlando's hoes. And then that's when he asked him, and then he had to ask him again. He had to reel him in a little bit. Because he was freaking out because he knew it was bad news. So then he said they were in a storm drain,
off Lakeshore or
something like that. And then
Lakeshore.
Then Stringer wants to know why Little Man keeps bugging out.
No, he says he's going to bug out again, and he got pissed.
Yeah, he's
like, he's weak like that.
Yeah, he was mad.
I thought they were going to kill his ass.
Little Man?
Yeah.
Well, they did.
I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he's got to go. I don't think they meant to the store. Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's funny because he asked him where he had people at, and he's like Cleveland, New York.
And he says Philly.
Well, and then he's like, okay, go to Philly or DC. And it was funny because I thought he was asking where you got people at, and he didn't say Philly because I remembered him going to Philly, and I was like, well, if he doesn't.
Well, because see, that's what originally I was like, man, they're gonna kill his ass, and then they started talking about that, and I was like, no, they're just gonna send his ass there, and then I was like, oh, no.
Oh yeah, no, I knew they were gonna kill him, but I thought Weebay went with family to Philly, but then so they're like, where do you have family? All right, go to Philly or DC because you don't have any connection there. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. You know, like I was just
right. There's no one to put you there.
Yeah. So then we go to Keelan's apartment. And Carver doesn't even knock on the door. She just comes out.
I don't think he was at the right door, was he? I don't even think he was in front of their door.
He was getting there.
He wasn't even in front of the door. It walks out, and then he doesn't even really tell her.
No. And her name's Cheryl, by the way.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't even tell her. Like, he doesn't say, oh, Kima's been shot. She's in the hospital.
No. At least not on camera, yeah. Like, it's just
fuck, dude. I mean, I hope to goodness gracious I never have to fucking tell anyone that I know that someone they know is in the hospital or something.
Well, I'm sure you will at some point in your life.
Probably.
So now it's at the payphone that they used. It's Lester and a bunch of cops. He's like, dust this.
Oh, but real quick before we go, at this point, does Carver know that she's alive? He doesn't, right?
He doesn't. No.
Okay.
No. Well, he doesn't know that.
Because I mean, I wrote that down. Like I said, at this point, does he know?
He doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know how
was
she
even
is.
alive.
Yeah. I think people know she's alive, but they don't know she's going to make it.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I took it, at least. So then it shows. Oh no! So Lester. So that's when they see the orange slice can.
Yep.
Tells them to dust that.
Which then it's like a stretch, but
well, it's not going to hurt,
no,
right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So then they show hospital. They show Carver and Cheryl sitting, like, waiting. And then he comes up to Daniel and says, shouldn't someone talk to her? And then Burrell's like, what? She's got family here? She's a roommate. Yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah.
They're all like, Yeah,
there's another play on.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, she's gay, but we don't want to say it. Like, all three of them were kind of like, and Burrell, I wasn't even sure Burrell got it.
I don't think he did.
So then he goes and talks to the commissioner, and he's like, I guess I'll do it myself. I felt bad for Burrell right there.
You did?
Because, like, he goes over there and says, hey, he's like, I don't talk to that bitch. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so then he did it. Like,
I guess.
it's just an odd position to put somebody in. Like,
no, I mean, definitely is.
Yeah. So then it's the basement. McNulty shows up, like, all bloody, starts cleaning himself up.
Starts drinking
Jameson. Prez just looks at him like, I don't know what to say to you.
I don't think he said anything.
Yeah.
He just was like, okay.
So then it shows homicide. Landsman, Cole, Bunk, and Norris.
I love this scene.
Is this so? This
when
is
Lester shows up.
Okay, they're sitting like in a boardroom.
They've confirmed that there are two shooters.
They're like either lucked out,
right,
or it's a professional.
And then Lester comes in, gives them some information,
and they know there's two shooters.
Right.
Lester pops in,
and then who's the guy that interviewed Daniels?
Norris.
Yeah, he goes. He was like impressed.
Well, because he said he had a print. He pulled print off the soda can.
Yeah. And he asked him...
I wrote down at Park Heights in Belvedere. I don't know why I wrote that down. It's like the first time I ever wrote down fucking cross streets.
I don't know.
Maybe that's
like
what
the payphone was.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah. And then he asked what unit Lester works in.
He's like pawn shop.
And it's funny because they panned to like Bunk and Landsman before he answered, and he goes, pawn shop unit.
Yeah, I wrote down Norris. Good pull. You are, and he goes, and he said Lester Freeman, and he goes, where are you working? Pawn shop unit.
And he had the most perplexed look on his face.
He was perplexed.
Like
Landsman was embarrassed.
The fuck?
Landsman like hid underneath his fucking because Landsman knows, and then Bunk just smiles. Bunk's like, yeah, this motherfucker, because he already called him natural police.
Right. He is. He's a good cop. I mean, he gets back where he should be eventually. But
yeah, back where he belongs.
That's a long way away.
Wow.
I taste my clam juice.
That is disgusting if you think about it. Clam juice. Anyway.
You probably could just pour the juice in that motherfucker. It would have been sufficient.
And I wanted chunky meat in the shake for some reason. I thought the habaneros were a nice touch, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for that.
It's spicy.
Well.
So now we go to the pits.
Yummy. Yes.
Bodie Dean Poot.
Bodie D. Poot. That's exactly how I wrote it too. Bodie D. Poot.
It's order of importance, I believe.
I think it's order of... Yeah, probably.
Because it wasn't the order they were in.
It's funny. I wrote that as Shane Bodie D. Poot.
I believe they were in the opposite order.
Hilarious. What are the odds, huh?
We could probably figure that out. There's only 3 people. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah.
Well, let's do this simple math equation right here. And if you break it down and you put the x over to the y to the z to the 3, it's actually a 50% chance.
That's not right.
That's what I'll say.
There's no fucking way it's a 50% chance.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
They, so Wallace calls Poot, and, you know what I wrote down is like, where he at? Oh, he's at his grandma's house on the bay. And I'm like, I wrote down, so...
Why the fuck do they know that?
They know where he's at. Like, that's not good.
No.
It's fucking retarded.
Well, and before Wallace calls, they're talking about, D's like, I don't know why anybody would shoot a fucking cop. He's like, I don't know why anybody would shoot a police.
Yeah.
He's like, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's like... I mean, obviously...
Well, they don't know what happened.
Well, yeah, obviously he doesn't know, but... Like, Little Man and Weebay didn't know she was a cop either.
No, yeah, right.
So, I mean, it's not like they,
Sometimes
they intentionally...
Sometimes people talk out of their ass.
Yeah, which D does a lot.
Yeah. So then, it's like homicide. Detective Hawley's going through Kima's shit, basically.
Yeah, I'd put taking inventory of her clothing and everything.
Yeah.
And her pager goes off.
And it's
immediately I thought, oh, fuck, Bubs. She was supposed to take care of him.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. And I was like, oh, fucking poor Bubbles. Fucking waiting.
See, I think I don't like Bubs as much as the average person. I don't have anything against Bubs.
Right.
He's just not up there for me.
Right.
So I was like,
I just kind of felt bad for him because he's trying to get his shit together.
Oh yeah, no. This was some shitty shit for him. Yeah.
Because he's fighting some fucking demons right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then, they flash over. Bubs is on the payphone, hangs it up, and you would have thought that fucking the president was standing on that street corner, and they just got a tip that somebody was going to fucking blow up that payphone. I mean, there were like 4 fucking squad cars. I'm like, holy fucking Jesus!
That's what I mean. It's because they take this so seriously. Maybe if they took everything just a little more seriously,
shit might get done right.
Yeah. And before they actually. Well, I guess that was it, but they flashed him getting the page, and they flashed the Wallace's conversation with Poot.
Yeah, Poot
which was brief because he didn't have enough money.
He's like, the air's sticky, crickets are loud. I put he misses the pit, and
I put he's homesick. Yeah. So then you got Holly interviewing Bub. So basically, the cops pick him up, take him to homicide. And he fucking beats his ass.
Well, not here, but yeah.
Yeah, here.
Well, yeah, I guess they do, because he's interviewing him, and Bubs is cuffed, and he says something of, what do you have to do with Kima, or...
I mean, the funny thing
and then he takes his fucking jacket off.
Yeah, because he's going to beat his
And
ass.
then he's a big man.
Yeah, and he's going to beat Bubs'
ass. Oh, yeah,
ass.
for sure.
And here's what I'm thinking, because I've seen this before, and I know this is the part where Bubs gets beat a little bit.
A little bit.
Why didn't he just answer the motherfucker's question?
Right.
He's like, why'd you pay Kima? None of your business. Motherfucker, he's going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
So then he's like, let me talk to Kima. You can't talk to her. McNutty then. So then the next scene is the rooftop. Santangelo, Herc are on the rooftop. Bodhi kind of goes to use the payphone.
Buy the payphone?
Yeah, I put uses the payphone because I wrote that down before what happened. And then...
Well, and I put... Okay, because you've got Santangelo is with the goggles. Or the binoculars.
Right, goggles would not help in that situation.
And Herc is using the camera.
Yeah.
Okay? Herc is the one who actually calls and says, one of those low-rise hoppers on a phone. Does he not realize who it is? Or does he just, is it not even relevant to say Bodhi on the phone? Because they've had their run-ins, so I know he knows who Bodhi is.
Yeah. Maybe it's just not, they don't care.
Right. Well, that's why I was I just was wow,
I didn't think of
that. You would have thought he would have fucking been that's fucking Bodhi. He's on the fucking phone.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but you're right. I mean, there's 2 episodes of them fucking...
Yeah, they have already had 3 run-ins, and then when they were at the basketball game, he was there with them.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, Herc calls Lester and Prez, and then he doesn't even use the phone.
Right.
They just drop the re-up out of the 4th floor.
Which is clever.
Yeah, they're like...
And it's all...
Yeah. So then, it's the basement. McNulty and Daniels are sitting there. McNulty's drinking.
Well, before we go,
what?
Herc asks Santangelo, he goes, did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, no. He goes, you just witnessed a re-up. Or something like that. I thought it was just funny because, Herc, who's, not smart, he's dumb, is, actually telling Santangelo... what the fuck's going on? Not the Santangelo.
This is one of the few...
The smartest guys ever in the world.
I think we mentioned it once. I don't remember the occasion, but Herc wasn't annoying in this episode.
No.
Do not pet him.
I know. That'll make for some good drama, though.
No.
Better have Jerome.
No, because I'll fucking be listening to it on my walk, and I'll hear fucking all... Yeah.
Any blood all over the place?
I don't think he'd do that. I think he'd just shit himself. So the basement, McNulty and Daniels. And McNulty's just drinking right in front of Daniels. He's like, put that away. Then he asks him, how much of this would you give back to get her back? And Daniels was like, you can't do that.
Right.
And then he finally says all of it. I didn't really get the point. Like McNulty's still sulking.
I think he just said it to try to shut him up and like make him realize like shit just happened. Like it's
No. I'm saying McNulty. I don't get his point.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then Daniel has a progress report, and then there's no progress. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then Homicide calls McNulty. It's funny because I wrote down Homicide for McNulty, line 2. What the fuck was I writing? God damn.
He got a call.
Yeah, I know, but like I didn't have to write the exact thing they said to him.
I do that sometimes. Where I'm like, fuck, I could have abbreviated the fuck out of that.
What I like is when Daniel gets up, he's like, do your job. And then it was Bunk on the phone. He tells him about Bubs.
He's like, hey, you got a situation.
Yeah, so now we go to Orlando's. Is it still called Orlando's?
That's what I wrote.
Avon and Stringer talking.
Yep. Avon's pissed, says to switch it up. Stringer actually took blame.
Yeah, well, he tells him Little Man's being taken care of, too.
Right.
Avon, I liked his point, was how is Orlando going to front this kind of cash?
Right.
Very good point.
Oh, and Stringer took...
And Stringer's like, I thought I could get him, get a little payday. And
well, he said that they came to him with that idea, and he said, I didn't think anything of it. I thought, yeah, that's fine. They get some money, and we still get what we want.
Right. Which and then he says, I fucked up.
Which is funny, because not a lot of shit gets past Stringer.
No, it's like that the
copier, yeah.
With Omar. All that shit.
That's what I mean, like, not a lot of shit gets past him. But that did.
Yeah.
And he wore it. He took it. So good for him. I mean,
yeah. So they
I think Stringer's gonna be in my top 10. It's unbelievable, but I think he is.
Well, he has to be. Fuck.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, if your list has any legitimacy, it has
legitimacy.
To be. Yeah, it has to be.
Does it?
Yes.
All right.
I don't even like Stringer as much as I used to. Probably because I know where it goes.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. We'll find out.
And then Avon tells him to burn the money, which is fucking retarded.
Burn the cash.
Yeah.
Well, because Stringer's like, this is probably fucking labeled or something, tracker.
And then he's marked, maybe.
I think he said marked.
Yeah.
Because if he would have said trackers, like, obviously they would have been able to fucking track them right there in Orlando's.
And then basically...
Which probably would have been cool if there was a tracker on it or something.
Yeah, but obviously they don't have one if they're looking for it.
Well,
so, and then
tapes.
he basically tells him to kill Little Man. Tells Weebay to kill Little Man before he leaves for Philly.
Yeah.
So now it's Homicide, McNulty and Bunk talking to Holly. He's like, I asked him some questions. Shit got real. Whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah, he didn't
that
exaggerate
that
much.
guy's pretty much a dick.
And he seems like a dumb dick, too.
A dumb dick?
Like,
I don't think he's dumb.
Like, he just has no expression. Like, he's just like...
He had expression when he was telling about
yeah, but I mean, like, he's just... I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what that was for.
Wow. Me either. And McNulty tells Bubs about Kima.
Right.
And then Landsman comes up and tells Bunk that there's no prints on the door. He asks what about the dash. He's like, oh, call the lab.
McNulty asked Bubs to go around the projects.
And see who's missing.
Which is shitty for Bubs.
Well, and Bubs should just told him.
Well, he was trying.
He's trying, but he wasn't... McNulty was not getting it.
No, he was not catching any hints.
Yeah.
And then he threw him a 20.
Yeah.
And said, hang tight, we'll get you a ride.
Yeah. And then...
Because $20 is... I mean, that's what? 2 hits or whatever?
I don't know. McNulty asked where they were with Savino, and he's like, fuck this. And then, like, shit kind of hits the fan right here.
Yeah, well, this is what... Oh, we're in Levy's office, right?
Well, yeah, then it goes to Levy's office.
I like how he has a big bowl of pistachios right in front of him.
I did not notice that.
No?
No.
He's got a big fucking bowl of pistachios. It's like, eating them.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's Rhonda and McNulty, and...
I just put Pearl. That's how I abbreviate her name.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that easier than Rhonda? Yeah. I suppose it's like a couple of letters less.
Depending on how you spell Rhonda.
So this is one of the scenes where McNulty just goes off on
yeah, he goes ballistic.
And it was cool.
It was. And I
didn't write any of it down because it was too much shit to write down.
Yeah.
He just goes off on it.
Basically threatens.
Yeah, basically he's saying,
Levy.
You guys get cash, kickbacks, and all this other shit. Do you want us crawling up your ass and looking for stuff? You guys, then threatens them, said, if you don't bring me Savino, we're going to look into your shit.
Yeah. And we're going to see if your cash matches up with what you say.
And then he goes, I'm hearing this from you. You're upset. I understand.
I
kind of like
from the district attorney.
What?
Yeah.
The
district attorney's office.
And then she said, she said, yeah.
And she thought about it for a second.
But she backed him up, which was almost a miracle.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like poop coming out of your butt. Like, what?
That's like poop coming out of your butt?
Well,
that's a neat analogy.
Her backing him up.
It's like poop coming out of your butt.
Yeah, because it's like a shit your pants type moment. Like, what the fuck? Like, no way she just backed him up. Like, after he just basically ripped him a new asshole, she backed him up.
Yeah, it was good of her.
Which, I mean, she's in the district
it put her in a bad...
Assistant director. What is she?
Assistant
district...
I think the clams got you. Try it one more time.
Assistant district attorney.
You and Jerome are going to have like a little video. So put her in a bad position. Not that like he gives a fuck.
No. And I mean, it's still the same scene, but they like walk. They're outside.
Yeah, they walk outside, and she's
like rips him a new asshole.
Like, what are you doing? And then he fucking rips into her again, and she gets all butthurt and says, "You use it."
But it's true because they're all in it for money. Yeah. And he's like, if less people gave a shit about fucking wanting to be a fucking judge and wanting, he basically said they're all connected and they're all just playing the game until they get promoted.
She's worried about what Levy can do to her later in her career than worrying about getting Levy.
Right.
And that rubs him the wrong way.
Yeah, he definitely did not like that.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool because he was pissed. He went from being sad and sullen and
pissed to angry
and doing something.
It's like what do they call it? The 7 stages or whatever after
of grief or whatever. Yeah, maybe.
Because he was very, very sad and sulking.
Yeah,
and now he's angry.
Yeah, I don't know the 7 stages.
I don't either. I could Google it.
Nah, it's good. Because now we're in the basement. It's windy outside.
I know, it's just loud.
Chris figured out who Weebay is. So, he went through
all... Who Weebay is? Or
the code.
7, okay.
Yeah. And he tells Lester how he figured it out. And then, like I said, we already knew that, so we know he's right. But he's like, I guarantee you, if you call this hospital and you find it's going to be Weebay or whatever. So now we go to Burrell's.
Which he's just got that knack for that shit,
Oh, yeah, totally. We go to Rawls, and you got the Rawls and Burrell, Forrester, Daniels. This is where
this is a quote,
yeah, the commissioner wants dope on the table, basically.
Right.
Daniels is like...
Dope on the damn table.
As he walks out, muttering it under his breath.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of funny. If you weren't really paying attention, I could see you could miss that one,
Oh, he was not happy.
No.
Like, he's like, we've got a cop in ICU, and you want dope on the fucking table?
Yeah, one doesn't have anything to do with the other, really.
No, I mean, they're trying to save face.
Yeah.
They're trying not to let the public see that they have egg all over their face. This is their way of spinning it.
Right.
And it's Raid City.
So now Levy brings Savino to, I guess, to the fucking...
To them?
To them, yeah. They're in some big little...
Little powwow.
Little
powwow room.
Yeah.
Big little room.
It's McNulty, Bunk, Perlman, some other bitch.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was either.
No, and I didn't look it up. I was into the episode. I didn't care. But
in this whole scene, Savino is blank-faced. Doesn't even fucking faze him. Like, just fucking sits there no expression on his face with his
I wonder why
monstrosity-sized nose.
I wonder why they didn't ask him to write a letter.
Yeah, right?
To Kima's parents or whatever.
That would have been funny. Well, Levy was there.
Well, and he wouldn't have done it.
No, I know.
He was not saying word.
He was just...
He didn't say anything until he's like, I can take 2 years.
That's nothing.
Yeah. And Levy...
And then Levy goes, see?
But Levy was like...
He's just a conniving little weasel of a lawyer. Well, I mean, he's good at his job, but he does it for the wrong reasons.
He's really good at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he says, like, oh, you can only charge him with
it was a
Section 287 or something.
It was 286B.
Yeah, and Monol's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, and then it was for selling, like, fake heroin or whatever. And then they hand
him a bag. It's, like, rolled. He goes, that's baking soda, by the way.
He was going to dupe him.
Yeah.
So he frauded him for
Feel free to keep that.
Yeah. So then
he's good at his job, and he's witty with his remarks. Like, they're witty. Like,
yeah, I mean,
like, they're quick hitting. Like,
he's good. He's good. You know? He's good. He's a dick, and I don't like him, but he's good. And then Bunk arrests Savino right there.
Yeah, boom.
So now we're at the pits. Bubs walks by Poot. He's kind of looking around, and Poot gets the re-up this time while Herrick's watching.
Yeah.
D knows about Orlando and all this shit, and Bodie's like, who the fuck is this guy to fucking get all this shit going on, you know? Because they just don't know. And he kind of doesn't he tell me he ran Orlando? Did he tell him that? Did I make that up? So they're basically talking about how they're changing shit up. They're like, people gotta go. Like, no one's seen Little Man all of a sudden.
Right.
Savino got arrested. People are starting to like disappear. No one's seen Weebay for a while. So and then all of a sudden some dude appears and hey, Stringer wants to meet.
We don't know who that is, right?
No,
because I looked it up and I'm like, there was no pictures. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I don't.
I mean, obviously it's not relevant, but I just didn't know like if he was from a prior episode.
No,
I thought for sure you would know who it was, and you'd be like, oh yeah, you don't remember him from?
No, I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, but he basically tells D he needs to get with Stringer immediately.
Yeah, and then Bodie's like, oh, you're moving up in the world. He goes,
D did not think that.
Well, maybe he did.
Maybe.
Until Bodie said, as long as you don't fall into the trash they're taking out. And he's, whatever. So, like, that put it in his mind.
Oh, it was there. He planted it. Bodie planted it.
I don't think Bodie meant to.
No, I don't think he did either, but he definitely did.
Bodie was just being Bodie. But, yeah. So then you go to the basement. Daniel's telling him about Kima's progress.
There was no update, right?
Yeah.
Basically, we're kicking doors tomorrow morning.
But they're going to hold back on the stash, which was amazing for Daniels.
Right. Says we're kicking doors at 11. Anybody wants to sleep tonight, better start typing your ass off.
I forget what Herc did, but I wrote down look at Herc doing cop work. He showed him because they showed him where the re-up was coming from. And they're like, well, how do you? And then he showed him and I was like, wow. So now we're at Orlando's. Stringer tells D he's going with Bay and to keep it clean, no mistakes. And then they just kind of ignore him.
Yeah, it was quick.
Well, he's like, where are we going? And he's like, go.
Yeah, just go. And then D was already pooping right there.
Yeah.
He had the puckered butthole.
So now Major Reed shows up at the fucking basement.
Yeah, and
he yells, "Stop bullshitting me!" Yeah. So they know about the main stash house. So there's a rat in the unit.
Yeah.
I thought they would get to the rat this episode.
I thought they would too, but they don't.
They don't. So McNulty goes to see the judge.
Totally out of place wherever the fuck he went.
Yeah.
He's got jeans on. He's wearing like a button-down shirt that looked like a rodeo shirt. and he's got his holster, and his shirt's tucked in.
Yeah.
And then you just see the other people, and it's just like, wow, he definitely looks out of place, and he doesn't even care.
Well, not at this point. So, like, basically, the judge is back on the ticket. He said, hey, you got to put Burrell back in his place, and the judge has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he's been bought.
And he's like, so at the end...
Who's my daddy now?
Yeah. And McNulty, I mean...
I would be pissed, too, because he got bought. They basically told Phelan, quit fucking doing what you're doing, we'll put you back on the ticket.
Yeah, pretty much. So now we're in the car. Dee's driving Weebay, giving directions.
Dee's scared to death.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to get
bugging
bought.
out. He's bugging out.
Weebay's losing his temper, too.
Yeah, he's like, motherfucker, fucking pull up to the fuck... And, he's like, go down this alley, and then he stops.
All the way.
Like, drive, motherfucker. And then they pull up to the house. Weebay gets out.
He's
and,
like, are you coming?
It was funny because he, like, pulls a gun out from his...
Yeah.
And he, like, cocks it, and then Dee... Like, they show Dee, and he's just like... He's like, out the car, motherfucker.
Yeah, and he's like, he's this crazy motherfucker.
I thought he was gonna cry. I mean...
He did.
Did he?
I mean, basically, when he comes into that room... So he leads him into this room, this dark room. Weebay's behind him. And the only reason Weebay's behind him because he made him have to go.
Right.
This is all in Dee's mind. The whole thing is made up in his mind.
Well, yeah.
And then they turn on the...
9 fish tanks.
Yeah. It's like a...
I thought it was hilarious. Like, I just find it funny that, like, he's a fucking
I
badass.
wrote down fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Like, he's a badass, kills people, takes care of shit, and he loves fish. Like...
Yeah.
I mean...
And he's talking like a...
The only other thing would have been, like, if he had a bunch of cats or something.
He's like, I don't know where, whatever, I don't remember the fish's name, but he's like, I don't know what she is, she's being cute right now. I was like,
he's these are my neon tetras.
Yeah. Pretty funny. So then it goes to Kima.
And he still didn't, but D still didn't even believe it at that point.
No.
Because he was like, D, where are you going? And he's like, I gotta go up and pack a bag. He goes,
he called Weebay D? No,
but
I'm just kidding.
And he's like, I gotta go pack a bag. He's like, I just need you to feed my fish.
Well, I go to Philly. Philly, yo?
Yeah, like, he still didn't believe it. Like, he was still like, you're fucking with me. You're gonna fucking shoot me here any second.
So, what did D do that he thought he was gonna get killed for? Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, you would think that he would, for some reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So then it shows Cheryl sitting on the couch, just crying, listening to music.
Well, at first she wasn't crying.
Wow.
Sad. I just put listening to...
What's... That's that a new group?
Yeah. Clam juice.
Yeah, she's listening to music, and she starts rubbing the part where she marked on the couch.
Well, yeah, that she got pissed off, and then that's when she started bawling.
Yeah. And she's like, when she was on the couch, wasn't she studying for something, like...
Yeah,
it had something to do to not being a cop. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's... So now we're...
I just put raids.
Oh,
no, sorry. Bubs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bubs is telling McNulty who's missing. Weebay, Little Man, Savino. McNulty's talking to Bunk. Bunk's like,
Bunk?
yeah, whatever. Bunk's like, yeah, we got the same, people missing. Or that's who we got on our side.
Right.
Bubs still has that $20 clenched in his...
That takes a lot. I mean, because he could have easily just fucking...
I don't think that $20 is going to last much longer.
No.
Now they go to the main stash.
Now it's raids.
Yeah. They're just ripping shit apart.
They put dope on the table, all right.
Yeah, the dope, guns, they're finding shit everywhere.
Yeah, they're fucking flipping furniture over. It's underneath.
Herc and Carver flip over. They find some money. They stuff it in their fucking vest. Like, how much money do you think that was?
A lot, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it was all hundreds in the fucking right. And they just, I mean, it was good fucking 6-inch brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice little thing to take
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I'd be damned if you fucking get caught with that shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was a perfect time for them because no one's accounted for it yet.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, obviously.
I don't like seeing them take it, but I mean, it's hard to blame them. And so then at just the press conference, you got Burrell, the commissioner, Forrester, and Rawls. Shows them walk up, and then it kind of like cuts to the TV where Lester, Daniels, and McNulty are watching the TV.
Right.
And they're bullshitting everybody about the drugs. And then Prez is listening to The Wire. McNulty's like, who's on the roof? He's like, nobody, fuck it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny.
And he marked it non-pertinent.
Yeah.
And it was Wallace and Poot again, right?
Yeah, trying to get bus fare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, the last scene, Kima
Seems to be waking up.
Yeah, she's in the hospital.
Her blood pressure and all, or whatever.
They show her fingers
Heart
and then
rate.
like fade away to her being in the hospital. And then I didn't realize, but this is the first time they showed Kima the whole episode,
Yeah.
which was kind of odd.
No, yeah, I mean, because she's...
I mean, the whole
in and
the
lot.
whole episode is about her, but they only show her at the very end. But that was a pretty good episode.
I liked it. I mean, it was just a lot of in-depth shit, a lot of behind-the-scenes shit, but yeah. It was
Yeah,
good.
I'm almost fucking out of note paper. For
I am
fucks.
too. Look at that. Come back. Go. Like that.
Oh, you know what we did skip? McNulty did say, "What the fuck did I do?" At one point, and I
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but it was a serious one. He's like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Oh.
He said that the wrong.
I completely missed it because he probably didn't say in a smart ass.
No, he's like,
Yeah,
what?
I missed it.
It was more like a real question, and I put down 5, but I honestly need to go through those and make sure that's 5, just for my own fucking benefit.
No, yeah. I mean, whatever, you know.
Yeah. So I mean, that's it. So the next episode,
Episode 12.
cleaning up.
Cleaning up. I wonder what that could be about.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's funny.
All right, so that's it.
So yeah, that's
all, folks.
another breakdown of The Wire. This was episode 11, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. What was the name of it?
The Hunt
The Hunt. That's
for Red
right.
October.
Yeah, The Hunt for Red October with Robert Downey Jr.
Wow.
Robert Redford, right?
Nope.
No?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah. But yeah, so check us out on. I almost said Squarespace. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
I searched therealpeople.com last night, and it said that Cox couldn't find the website.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that on the fucking podcast. So
I'm sorry.
no, it's all good. So check us out on Spreaker, Facebook, Twitter, iTunes. Like us.
Comment, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, all that shit. Please get involved and tell us if we fuck up or do something stupid. Yeah. And
I meant to text you last night. Completely forgot about it. Yeah, so, like us, comment, subscribe, rate us, spread the word, tell your friends, tell your moms friends, tell your dads. Watch the show. I mean, I would hope you'd already seen the show if you're listening to this, but watch it again. Find a friend who hasn't watched it and force them to watch it, because they will love it. I can assure you that much. So that's going to conclude today's episode. Thank you for listening. Thoroughly appreciate it.
thoroughly.
This is Gemfuck. This is Talking TV. This has been Talking TV with Nick and Josh. I'm Josh,
And I'm Nick.
and we'll talk to you next week.